Rangers are approaching another important decision in what has already been a turbulent period at Ibrox, with the club preparing to finalise their stance on Youssef Chermiti's future. The young striker arrived with expectations of becoming a long-term option in the forward line. But his early months in Glasgow have raised questions that now demand answers. With January nearing and interest growing elsewhere, the situation is moving quickly, and the club's next steps could shape more than just the remainder of this season. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Youssef Chermiti's start to life at Rangers has been anything but smooth, and the pressure surrounding his situation is beginning to intensify. Brought in for a fee rising to £10 million, the young striker arrived with high expectations and the backing of Kevin Thelwell, who believed he could become a long-term attacking focal point at Ibrox. Instead, the early months of his Rangers career have delivered frustration, inconsistency, and growing uncertainty over what comes next. Russell Martin struggled to coax performances from him before his dismissal, leaving Chamiti caught in a cycle of ineffective outings and dwindling confidence. Danny Roll's arrival has at least given the Portuguese forward more regular opportunities, but the return has remained modest. One solitary goal, a strike against Kilmarnock, is all he has to show for his efforts so far, a statistic that sits uneasily alongside the sizable investment Rangers made. Now, with January approaching, the possibility of Chamiti leaving on loan has emerged. Braga are among several clubs monitoring his situation closely, aware that Rangers may be open to a temporary move if it helps salvage the player's development. But even the suggestion of an early exit has sparked debate, with many questioning what it would signal for a signing of this magnitude. Football finance specialist Dan Plumley believes the reaction would be sharp and unavoidable. "You're going to get backlash if it goes that way," he explained. "We know the scrutiny that Rangers are under, and already the pressure that Danny Roll has been under, so the expectations are always going to be high." Plumley stressed that Rangers would need to weigh multiple factors before deciding on any loan deal. Protecting their long-term interests could be key, particularly given the fee paid. "I think if you are going to go down that road and do that deal and say that this transfer isn't working for us, there are options you can do," he said. Do you put a loan-to-buy obligation for wherever he goes? Or do you say, find your form, come back, and we'll go again next season? He added that whichever path Rangers choose, they must be braced for criticism. There are a couple of ways you can work it, but given the transfer fee and scrutiny around Rangers, if it does go that way, there's going to be a fair bit of backlash, and they're going to have to deal with it. The story becomes even more intriguing with Braga's involvement. Rangers will face the Portuguese side on the 27th of November in the Europa League, a competition in which the Ibrox club have been desperately poor. Bottom of the league phase and coming off a home defeat to AS Roma, their European campaign has lacked rhythm, confidence and cutting edge. All the qualities Chamiti himself has been searching for. Should Chamiti feature against Braga and deliver the kind of performance that first attracted Rangers to him, their admiration may only grow. But that scenario would also force Rangers into a difficult position. Letting him go may suddenly feel far less appealing, even if a loan move had previously seemed the best option. With a crucial stretch of matches ahead and January drawing nearer, Chamiti's future remains open-ended. The coming weeks could redefine his Rangers career or accelerate his exit, and the club must now navigate the next steps with care, clarity, and an eye firmly on both the present demands and the long-term plan. Before we get into our next story, if you are enjoying today's video and you would like to see more and stay updated with the latest Rangers news, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a video. Thank you, let's get back into the video. In other news, Souttar's latest setback has arrived at the worst possible moment for both Scotland and Rangers, handing Danny Röhl a fresh concern as the club prepares to resume domestic action. The centre-back had been named in Steve Clarke's starting 11 for Scotland's crucial World Cup qualifier against Denmark, a match carrying enormous weight as the national team attempts to reach the tournament for the first time since 1998. Yet those plans were abruptly altered when Souttar suffered an injury during the warm-up at Hampden Park, prompting an unexpected reshuffle minutes before kickoff. Hibs defender Grant Hanley was drafted in as his replacement. Live coverage captured the sudden disruption, with presenter Gail Davis explaining, "The teams are in the tunnel at the moment, and some really bad news for Scotland because Scotland centre-back John Souttar picked up an injury in the warm-up and he's been replaced by Grant Hanley." It was a blow that might have rattled a squad under pressure, but Scotland showed composure in the early exchanges. In fact, they seized the initiative almost instantly, with Napoli midfielder Scott McTominay producing a stunning overhead kick inside 3 minutes to give Clarke's side an ideal start. For Rangers, however, the consequences of Souttar's injury could stretch beyond international duty. His form this season has made him a central figure in Röhl's back line. While the defender's contract is due to expire in the summer, he has featured consistently throughout the campaign, only absent for the League Cup win over Alloa in August. His importance has grown further amid uncertainty around other centre-half options. Derek Cornelius and Nasser Jiga, both on loan, have struggled to establish themselves as guaranteed starters, leaving Röhl heavily reliant on Souttar's experience and physical presence. Although the Scotland international endured criticism following the defeat to Greece on Saturday, and notably struggled during Rangers' limp performance against Roma a fortnight ago, his domestic form has been steadier. Rangers have produced 3 consecutive league wins since Röhl replaced Russell Martin, gradually restoring some stability in the Premiership, even if European performances remain inconsistent. That progress now comes with a caveat. Any significant absence for Souttar would disrupt a defensive unit already short on dependable options. With Livingston due at Ibrox on Saturday, Röhl will be urgently assessing whether his senior centre-back can recover in time. The manager will at least take comfort in being at home against the division's bottom side, but the season to date has offered enough warning signs that no fixture can be taken lightly. The last thing Rangers need is further erosion of their defensive foundations as they attempt to maintain momentum in the league. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.